evidence where law and politics blend on the streets of Chi-Town, on the medicine, y'all. We're talking politics and law today. We're talking about the egregious things President Trump, all the terrible things he's doing. Number one, he's put out a tweet yesterday about the Smithsonian Institute, where the Black History African American Cultural Museum is, where I had went 2 weeks ago on August 2nd and visited. He's saying that's all they pointing out, talking about how bad slavery was. Of course it was. He wants them to take down some exhibits and all this. He wants the rest of the world, the rest of America, to see history the way he wants you to see history. Well, if that's what he wants, then I got something for him. I got Antarctica for you. I got something for you to show how great we really is. So if you don't want to talk about the bad shit you racist motherfuckers did in this country, then I'm gonna tell you about who you really are. All right, on this here. So on that, but we're gonna point out what Governor Gavin Newsom called him. He called it right here. He called him the most corrupt president ever. Check it out.
With corrupt president in history. Doesn't believe the 8 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around. The rules do not apply to him. The most corrupt president in history. Doesn't believe in free enterprise, crony capitalism. He is wrecking this country, wrecking the economy. It's a lawless president. Wake up, America. Wake up to what's going on.
As well, Republican lawmakers around the country that represent their constituents in the United States Congress are hearing from their constituents. I'm talking about these red state Republican districts. And the Republicans had a majority in the House right now. Now, this is a slim margin, but they have it. And their constituents are angry as hell at this, what they call this big, what Trump called a beautiful budget deal, where he slashed Medicaid, all the programs that poor people need, that people need, period, in this country. He's raised the inflation, is raised up behind his so-called tariffs. People are livid about it. I mean, they are giving it to him, Republicans. It's going to really go bad for him in the midterms next year. Check it out.
Trump.
Who's responsible for establishing tariffs in our country?
Well, right now the president has taken that authority, but I imagine when we go back in September, we're going to be talking about that.
Why did he take that authority?
You're going to have to ask
You
him.
guys gave it to him. The House of Representatives are responsible for establishing tariffs. You gave that to him. The next thing I'd like to ask you,
That's exactly what's going to happen.
you look at the bigger picture. You're here to take
Tariffs have raised over $150 billion.
Who pays for that? Who pays for that? We pay for that.
Inflation has not gone up.
Inflation has
Not so.
Years, and we've ended Biden's inflation nightmare. So we had the worst inflation in the history of our country. And now our inflation is down to a perfect number, a beautiful number, hardly any at all.
They're just acting like Democrats.
And you say Donald Trump tells it like it is. Literally today, he said inflation cooling right where we want it. And we got the U.S. wholesale inflation number, which is the highest that it's been in 3 years. Fresh and dry veggies up 39%, beef up 80%, toys, appliances, shoes, things that we all need. 44% of people are saying now that they are going to have to go into debt to get their kids back to school.
Is that the truth?
Even Fox News is mad at him. Check what Fox News said, and then the constituents, they correct. Fox News correct him. That's the biggest. That's who got him over. They are strictly propaganda. They're not news. First Amendment, they're not news. Fox News, Rupert Murdoch and Fox News been completely conservative Republican propaganda, like Russian media. like Chinese media. This is what we've been living with here. This is how this damn fool won. The reason this is because Barack Obama. But you got to remember, Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files. He's doing everything he can to deflect attention away from that. Release the Epstein files. His name is in there. He was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, trying to shut Ghislaine Maxwell up because he evidently was doing the same thing. The same thing. Having sex with underage girls. Like R. Kelly, living in Trump Tower in Chicago. Yeah, I see how he got that apartment. On the minister.
Crime rate with violent crime at a 30-year low.
It's becoming a situation of complete and total lawlessness. And we're getting rid of the slums, too. We have slums here. We're getting rid of them. I know it's not politically correct. You'll say, oh, so terrible. No, we're getting rid of the slums where they live.
It's bananas.
Well,
Okay, so, Trump is all about whitewashing history, right? So he has gone to Lie Social, and he puts up this post about slavery. Kylie, pop it up. He says the museums throughout Washington, but all over the country, are essentially the last remaining segment of, quote, woke. The Smithsonian is out of control, where everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success, nothing about brightness, nothing about the future. You guys, what I have to say about this is it talks about how bad slavery was because it was. I don't know that there are enough words in the English language to accurately describe how bad that was. This is the equivalent.
Here. By what process were you made? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you were grafted out of the original black man. Your own scholars bear witness to this truth. Your scientists are now agreeing with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that the Caucasian people are a new people on our planet, and they have brought their figures in line with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad 6,600 years ago. Well, if that is so, is that a teaching of hate? You said that the thing that causes us to be listed as a hate group is our teaching on Yaqub. My question to you is, can you, with all of your scientists, disprove what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has said of you? You're not people on our planet. You have people, you are new. You're not an ancient people. You are new people on our planet. You had to have a place of origin, and you had to have a source from which you originated. You even put out a movie called Children of a Lesser God. And Yaqub was a god, all right, but he was a lesser god to the God who originated the heavens and the earth and all in between. You are a scientific experiment that God...
The evidence is clear. I'm going to let Minister Louios Farrakhan tell you what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He can better say it, but it all goes back to Dr. Yaqub, the Anunnaki evil doctor that created white people. Now, you look at that Anunnaki on Antarctica, like I showed you, millions of years ago, all that's down there right now, it's there, and that shows it. They don't want you to know that. Millions of years ago, this whole planet was black. All this time. But 6,600 years ago, this when shit started changing. If you don't believe me, check it out for yourself. Do your research. Look at Antarctica. Look at Antarctica. That answers it all. Every planet in this solar system is all black. Almost every planet, Mercury, Mars, Venus, all black. The moon, all black. But no Dr. Yakub on them planets. This is where he started at. Check. Let Mr. Farrakhan tell you this part of it, and then we'll close out.
The process of grafting white out of black began. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it took 600 years. The process was a birth control process, a selective breeding process where you married the lighter on to the lighter, and you killed the darker, saved the lighter, marrying the lighter on to the lighter. And after 200 years, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said God revealed to him that there was a brown civilization on our planet. And 200 more years of that same process, a yellow civilization was in existence. And 200 years after that, that same process continued for 600 years. And at the end of that time, there was a blonde-haired, blue-eyed creature on our planet that is called the Caucasian. After was your home, but now you're a new creature, and you go back into Arabia and you start using some of the technology that you were taught by your father, Yaqub. And within 6 months, you had the Holy Land turned upside down. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that they started questioning, when did this problem arise among us, that they were causing us to fight and kill one another by telling lies. You do the same today. Everywhere you go, you start pitting one against the other, telling lies, dividing and conquering. Well, those days are over for the consequences of your evil. Even though
the minister, man, we trying to awaken you, because the truth be told, man, when you look at Google Earth, you see what I see. When you use your computer and look at the Lunar Planetary Institute, NASA photographs, look at the satellites that are all out there, you look on these planets and you see structures and you see statues of black people everywhere. It comes pretty obvious the Nation of Islam story is so true. It is a shame. They don't want the people to know that. That's why they didn't tell them about the people on the moon. When they went to the Apollo mission, that's why they didn't tell them that. That's why they won't talk about it. It's so shocking to them, the story. They say the extraterrestrial story is so shocking to them, they're not ready for this. They try to make the aliens look like some little green men type thing. But it's actually black people. Black Anunnaki from other planets in the Orion star system. It's true. It's fucking true. Get your face out that religion all the time. Fuck believing. Don't believe shit in them books. What I'm trying to say, fuck faith. Fuck faith. That's some bullshit. Trust, research, knowledge, science, the universe, math on the minister. And give Street Exchanger, Cash App, $ Street Exchanger on the minister. Please help in my endeavors to donate to Cash App at Street Exchanger. Exhibit 1, Circle 7 Production, Circle 7 Astronomy, Street Exchanger. And Street Exchanger at Street Exchanger 9896 at YouTube. Donate to Street Exchanger Cash App. Thank you. With a lawsuit. Period. Bottom line. If I have help, people like me. Brother fresh out the joint. There's no loss. Every time we lost big time. Sue big time. On demand. Lose every time. Rap set. Every time. Set. Every time. Set.